My name is Mike Price. I want you all to close your eyes. Close them. Okay, now that your eyes are closed, I want you to imagine that you're in the vast, immense blackness of space. And now you're walking through space. And as you're traveling along, you see off in the distance a blue planet. And as you come closer, you find yourself in the presence of the great god Atlas, holding the world on his back. Now as you come closer to Atlas, you see his face. You see the agony, because the harder he tries to hold the planet up, as harder he tries to hold the whole weight of the world, the harder the earth presses down on him. You can see the agony, you can see the sweat pouring off his face, the blood running down his back. This is a rather graphic image, but I want you to hold on to that. Hold on to that image, put it in the back of your mind. Now you can open your eyes. This is not unlike a scene that Francisco de Anconia presented to Hank Rearden in Ayn Rand's classic work, Atlas Shrugged. Now I want to ask another question. What defines a person? What makes you who you are? Is it the color of your skin? Is it your status in life, financial or social? Is it who you find sexually attractive? Do any of these define you as a person? No. You define you as a person. What you do, what you decide you want to be, is who you can be and is who you are. I want to tell you a little bit about myself. Now, growing up, all through middle school, high school, I never fit into the boxes that people would try to put me into. I played football. I was a wrestler. I know you probably can't tell now. So I was always, they were trying to put me in the jock box. I didn't fit in that because I didn't get along with the jocks. I wasn't, let's face it, a jerk to other people. I really wasn't. I was a fairly nice person. I'm not saying all jocks are like that because nobody fits into these boxes. I also enjoy theater. I love acting. I love being on stage. I love portraying a different character. I love being the bad guy. But I didn't fit in the drama nerd category either. Because I didn't fit in the jock category. I didn't fit into any of these boxes. And chances are, none of you fit into a box either. We are all so much more than what people tell us we are. I have been called every name under the sun, from racist bigot all the way to religious extremist, and yes, I've been called these names by members of our own church. Because I'm not afraid to be who I am. And I'm not afraid to speak out against injustice. So people try constantly to put the weight of their classifications on me. They try to tell me who I am because of one thing or another. I'm a white male, that must mean I'm privileged. Well, I haven't received my pot of gold yet. I'm a Christian, so I must hate homosexuals. That's not true. One of my very good friends, as I was a ballroom dancer in high school, a homosexual. You see how this works? You see how the rest of the world tries to tell you who you are? Every day. You're a BYUI student. You must not have any problems in the world. You don't drink, you don't swear. Have a good family life. Is that always true? No, it's not. Each of us has our own individual story. That's what I am. I'm an individual. Not only am I an individual, I am an individualist. Meaning I believe in the power of you. The power of you. As an individual to become whatever you want to become. to determine your own destiny. Nobody but you has a right to that destiny. And you have no right to anybody else's. Nobody can take that away from you, and nobody can give it to you. You choose. You decide who you want to become. Are you an individual? Or are you in a box with a million other people? Are you who you want to be? Or are you who the world tries to tell you who you are? Now, as an individualist, and others like me, we kind of get this bad rap for hating the poor, thinking they're lazy, for not liking people that are like ourselves. The exact opposite is true. Because as I said, individualists believe in the power of the individual to determine who you're going to be. Now with that, I want to bring up a very important thing that comes with individualism. It's something I live by, which is my moral code. How I choose to live, because as individualists, we have a tendency to say, because I like it, because I feel it's right, then it is. And with those thoughts comes all sorts of depravity that we see in the world today. So I live by a very simple code, which is what is good and what is evil. Good is everything that uplifts the individual. Everything that gives you power to become who you want to be. That is good. What is evil? It's the exact opposite. Evil is what brings you down as an individual. Evil tells you you can't, or evil tells you who you are without you deciding. This is the code I live by. Not everybody's going to choose that, and that's okay. But it is very important to choose a code to live by. Otherwise, you're going to be blown around on every wind that comes your way, and every whim that you have. So now is the time to choose. Who do you want to be? Again, do you want to be in a box with a million other people? Or do you want to choose your own destiny? Do you want to believe in what is good? Or do you want to follow evil? One of my favorite quotes, and I don't know who said this, is that the largest group of individuals, or the largest minority on the planet, is the individual. And anybody who seeks to put the collective rights above your individual rights does not fight on the behalf of minorities. So are you going to be who you are? And what do? Let's go back to Atlas for just 1 second. They're suffering. Now switch places with him. You are now Atlas. You now have the weight of the world on your shoulders, constantly pressing down on you. What are you going to do? I know what I did. I just shrugged it off. Will you? Thank you.